Hey boys and girls. Okay, just finished up a slight little project that I started the other day. It's actually this is I got the instructions right here, so I'll read the name. It's an Extreme Max product, and it's an aluminum fishing rod and cargo rack assembly. So basically, when I go out on the jet ski, I was recently taking like little tiny, they're almost like toy rods that you buy at Walmart. They're pretty flexible, but you can't put much line on them, and fishing with them is pretty much kind of takes the fun out of it. So this unit here is going to allow me to take my jet ski out on certain days that I want to go fishing, and pretty easily, put a cooler in here, which I don't have right now. I got to find the right size cooler for it, and I'm looking for a certain type of cooler. I'm going to be looking for a cooler that has the doors that open up from the sides versus front to back, and maybe something with some cup holders on there to make it convenient while you're just bobbing around out there. This one here also comes with these really pull down straps. They lock okay, but I've used these in the past, and after a while they don't hold the spring inside or whatever, so it's letting go. And I'm more used to the ratchet straps to hold this down, so I'll probably eventually pick up some ratchet straps. They're a little, you're gonna have to be careful that you don't break the thing with ratchet straps, but I think I'm gonna buy some like just cheaper ratchet straps to crank this thing down with, because these here you gotta muscle it down, because you don't want this thing bobbing around in the back of your ski. If you're flying or something going pretty quick, you don't want this thing banging around and knocking into everything. So alright, I'm gonna spin the camera around. I'll show you some ways that I connected it up. Alright, so basically you can see, I'm going to try to zoom this out a little bit. You can see here that I use the straps on this bottom grab bar here. This has two grab bars, but this is the bottom one because I wanted it to pull down towards the bottom of the ski. And I just basically put these straps around the entire frame of the unit. As you can see, it runs right around the frame, and I just yank down. Or actually on these, I'm yanking upwards to really drive this thing down. And back here, as you can see, I used this portion. This is stock on this ski. This wasn't added. This is a regular U-clamp bracket that they put here. So I used the line going around here, or I should say the strap going around this, and then up to the bottom portion of the frame here. So that actually worked out pretty decent. Once again, I definitely want to change those straps around and put some better straps on, but I'll see how this works. I mean, it gets rough out there, and I'm not an easy rider on this. So down here you can see it has feet, adjustable feet. These are stainless steel nuts and bolts that come with it, the kit, and then these are adjustable feet to set your height position. On mine, I had to tilt, basically I had to angle it sort of forward, so I would have clearance to clear this bottom bracket here that I'm actually strapped to, this grab bar. So there's not much clearance here, as you can see. I could adjust it more to lean it more, but this actually seems like it gives me the clearance that is good enough for right now. And I do have just slightly some clearance back here as well, between the space between this grab bar in here. So I'm not sure how that space is going to pan out. What I'm trying to do is not really have metal rubbing up against this stuff, so it makes it, kind of shitty in the long run. But yeah, everything looks good so far. This should allow me to have 4, 5, 6 rods if I want to. I definitely have more than 6 rods, but 6 rods is plenty for jet ski fishing. I can have my, if I want to go have just bait rods already set up, and then have my pull rods back here, the ones maybe I want to troll with, or deep sea fish with, or whatever I want to do. I can have the combination set up, but these are the ones primarily you're going to fish from, these front two. And then these guys in the back here are just going to be the ones that you kind of change it out with the front ones. I mean, you technically could fish from these back ones if you really wanted to, but I think I'm going to primarily use these, and just use these just for storage, keeping the rods there. Cooler, once again, I'll shop around because you got to get a certain size. And like I said, I want the doors that open this way versus the front to back, and I want the cup holders, so if I'm drinking something I can just sit it right up on the back of the cooler. because this model Jetski doesn't have cup holders anywhere, which my Yamaha used to have cup holders, and that actually was pretty convenient. Also guys, before I forget to, this is an aluminum unit. So basically aluminum, when you use it in salt water, can oxidize and stuff. So what I did was, because this one here, these things price range into the $500 range and stuff. It can get pretty crazy on these racks. This one here I got cheaper. It was like $250, maybe because it's aluminum, I don't know. But either way, I picked up this one because I'm going to use this occasionally. It's not always going to be on the ski, so I wasn't like, you know, I need the, you know, $500 stainless steel, and no, I didn't need that. So this one here should do what I need to do with when I go out. But what I did do was buy some rubberized spray. If you've seen it, it's that it's seen on TV, rubberized seal or whatever. I'm sure there's different, you can probably even get off brands of it, but I bought the exact as seen on TV rubberized spray. I bought the clear one. It was like $12.99 for the can at Walmart. So I mean the can is a good sized can, and allowed me to basically put multiple coats of that rubberized stuff on here. So right now, I don't know how long it will last. I mean, I'm sure where the straps are rubbing and stuff, it might come off those areas there, but as long as you really don't scratch on it pretty hard, I'm assuming, you know, it might stay on. I don't know. We'll see in the long run. Cooler coming in and out, probably rub up against it and stuff, but that was added on there. I figure that will help when because I'm still going to spray it off and stuff. When I take my ski out of the water and stuff, I use the, basically it's like the cleaner salt away stuff. I got like a generic version here. This one here is salt off, but basically that I use in the ski. I use all on the trailer and stuff. So I will use that as well on this rack to help take the salt off, so the salt don't stay on the unit. But that's just another feature and something else I want to explain to you about this rack that I didn't say earlier, that this is aluminum, and I did spray it with that rubberized spray. So there you go. So that's it for this project for now. Once I get out there, I may add to this video, depending on not when the next chance I get to go on the ski, because unfortunately I'm going back into my work period, and I just came off vacation, and this rack came in just towards the end of my vacation, so unfortunately I didn't get to try it out yet. But I just wanted to show you how this little project turned out. And I know you guys can make them out of PVC and do everything else, so I mean, I'm glad about that. I just didn't want to spend the time of doing the PVC one and then having to go through all the headaches of back and forth to Home Depot and stuff trying to get the material. So this thing should be pretty good. This thing also has, I think they call it the hang on a sec before I mutilate the name. Rotopacks. So you can get the Rotopacks, and if you can see here, it mounts right up to the sides of these things, which is the additional fuel cells that you can carry with you, the fuel cans that you can carry with you, which is super nice. Because I mean, even though this model isn't the supercharged model, if you're on it heavy all day long like me, I'm constantly full throttling, I mean, you'll use the fuel, especially if you're going long range. So it doesn't hurt to have some extra fuel with you just in case. I mean, especially if you're out flopping around, you don't want to have to run back in and get fuel. So another good feature about this particular design as well. So alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that, and see you soon. Stay safe.